Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the concept of total product, marginal product, and average product. And before discussing that, let's recall the previous concept of the production function. So, production function is the mathematical relation between the input and the output. So, the input we are talking about the raw material, and the output is in the form of the finished product. So there are two types of production function which we studied earlier, that is the short run production function and the long run production function. So short run production function is that in which change in physical output of a good when one factor input is variable and others are fixed, and this the law operates in the short run is known as the law of returns to factor. And if you're talking about the long run production function, so change in physical output of a good when all the factor inputs are variable and there is no difference between the fixed and the variable factor, this phenomena is known as the long run production function. And the law which operates in long period is known as the law of returns to a scale. Now comes to the today's topic, that is the meaning of the product. So what do you mean by a product? So product or output refers to the volume of a goods produced by a firm or industry during a specified period of time. So if you're talking about a particular sofa set, this is the product that can be manufactured with the help of the fixed factors and the variable factors. So the concept of product can be looked at three stages. So we three stages or the three angles. So number one, total product, number two, marginal product, and number three is the average product. So total product is also known as the total physical product, marginal product is also known as the marginal physical product, and average product is also known as the average physical product. Let's discuss these three individually. So first of all, we'll discuss about the total product or the total physical product. So total product refers to the total quantity of a goods purchased by a firm during a given period of time with given number of inputs. So uh, if we take an example, so if 10 laborers produce 10 kg of rice, then total product is 60 kgs. How? That is 10 labors into 60 kg of rice, so the final output is at 60 kg. So in short run, a firm can expand total product by increasing only the variable factors. However, in the long run, total product can be raised by increasing both the fixed and the variable factors, and the total product is also known as the total physical product or total return or total output. So in short, we can say that total product refers to the total output of a commodity at a particular level of a variable factor when combined with fixed factors. Second comes to the concept of average product or average physical product. So average product refers to output per unit of variable input. It is defined as the output per unit of variable input. It is obtained by dividing the total product by the quantity of variable factors. So, for example, if total product TP is 60 kg of rice produced by 10 units of labor, that is our variable factor, then our average product is 60 divided by 10, that is the total product divided by the number of units of labor employed. So 60 divided by 10 equals to 6 kg. AP is obtained by dividing total product by the units of variable factor. So AP is equal to total product upon units of variable factor. Numerically we can calculate it by using the formula. So total product is average product multiply the units of variable factor. So average product is also known as the average physical product or the average returns. Now comes to the third and the last one is the marginal product, also known as the marginal returns or marginal physical product. So marginal product refers to addition to total product, or it is also known as the summation of total product. So when one or more unit of a variable factor is employed, so numerically we can calculate the marginal product of nth unit from the total product, then mpn equals to tpn minus tpn minus 1. So mpn is equal to the marginal product of nth unit of variable factor, and total product of nth units of variable factor, and TP n minus 1 is the total product of n minus 1 units of variable factor. So n is what? N is the number of units of variable factor employed. So as we say that marginal product is also known as the marginal physical product or the marginal return. One more formula that can be used for calculating the marginal product, and that is MP equals to delta total product upon delta units of labor employed. So delta means the change. Next, the concept of total product, average product and marginal product can be explained with the help of the following schedule. And the schedule is, we have 4 columns, that is the quantity of labor, then total physical product, total physical product also known as the TP, average product AP, and marginal product MP. So by applying the formula, we are able to calculate the total product, average product, and marginal product. So our units of labor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we employ 11 units of labor, and our total product is, for when we employ 1 unit of labor, our total product is 100. At second unit of labor, our total product is 210, and at third units of labor, our total product is 330. So whenever we have the total product 100, our average product is, that is our average product is, that is total product divided by the quantity. So here the total product is 100 divided by 1 equals to 1, and for second units of labor, we have the total product of 210 divided by 2 equals to 105, and in the same case at 11th unit of product, we have 740 divided by 11, that is the 67.2, our average product. So for calculating marginal product, we apply the formula TPN minus TPN minus 1, or we can say delta total product upon delta Q, and Q is the number of units employed. So here for first unit of labor employed, marginal product is 100, and for second unit of quantity of labor, our marginal product is 110, and for third units of labor, our marginal product is 120. How our marginal product is 120? Because whenever we subtract 330 from 210, we are having 120, and for 10th unit of labor, our marginal product is 760, and for 9th is 750. So we are having the marginal product is 10, and for 11 units of labor, whenever we are having the total product 740, for 11th unit of labor employed, and minus 760 for 10th unit of labor employed. So 740 minus 760 gives the minus 20 marginal product. So this is all about the concept of total product, average product, and marginal product. Rest of the topic we will discuss later on. So I hope the concept is very much clear to all of you. So thank you so much.